Switch meeting. Yes. Now, I'm habituated with the pen. Without pen means I'll feel that I am not giving proper knowledge. Fine. Okay, got it. Now, what we are looking here is we want to see so far the organizational units. Okay, organizational units. As we know, like when you're looking at a complete organization, we have so many departments. Okay, organization is having so many departments. Likewise, it is also having different functions. Okay, departments, functions. Now each we need to understand the dependencies of this departments as well as the functions. For example, finance, okay, controlling, these are the two departments in the organization. And as you know, like SD, MM, PP, okay, HR, likewise plant maintenance, PLN. Okay, so if you are working with this, now you will be understanding many organizational units which are linked in the business process, okay, and which are together coexisting between the modules. Okay, the same case. Now we're gonna see some other areas, like say in financial accounting part. Under financial accounting, we're gonna see area called functional areas. Functional areas. Now, what is this functional areas? Based on the nature of the functions, we can classify functional areas. Okay, so areas would be something like marketing, okay, sales, services, R&D, administration, okay, so on. What is the purpose of these functional areas? Okay, what is the purpose of these functional areas? Now, for example, in an organization, we came to know that total expenses for a particular period is, for example, 1,000, or okay, let's say 1 lakh. Okay, if this is the case, now this is a general statement, okay, overview statement, and the top management wants to understand which function has expended, which function has incurred how much expenses, what is the administrative expenses, what are the marketing expenses, sales expenses, services, R&D. So to track these expenses to this level, you need to have functional areas defined. Where do you assign these functional areas? You will be assigning these functional areas at the time of creating the master records, GL master records. In that, you will be mentioning for an expenses account or for the P&L nature accounts, you will be assigning the functional areas in that. This is in FI point of view. In controlling point of view also, you will be assigning these functional areas. In controlling area also, we have the settings which we need to define, and in that particular areas, when you are maintaining the versions, that area also you link the functional areas. Okay, the whole idea of the functional areas is to track expenses based on their functions.
So I have a question over here.
Yes.
When you are saying that controlling part,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
You said in the function, hence we define the function areas to bifurcate expenses occurred at the functional level or at the division level.
Yeah.
But now in the costing or on the controlling part, can you please explain a little bit more in detail? I couldn't understand that.
Because in controlling, how to say, like, okay, in what is the need of a controlling area? It is dealing with the cost accounting and management accounting. Okay, this is the macro level of definition for it. The micro level is, it is dealing with the, when you're talking about the cost, where you can capture the cost from expenses, right? Right. Is my statement
Yes.
true or wrong? So how you are classifying your expenses, how you are tracking your expenses with the help of functional areas, right? In the FI.
Yeah.
So through expenses you want to track the cost. Okay, this is one side
Okay.
of the coin. In the
Okay.
controlling area configuration, we have settings exclusively which we will be assigning the functional areas in controlling area. That time when
Okay.
we come across to that level, I'll explain once again. Okay?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
because we cannot coexist at the moment. This is the early stage, right? We cannot compare these two side by side at the moment.
Okay.
Fine. But remember, functional areas are meant for bifurcation of expenses.
Okay.
Right.
Expenses and profit and loss accounts.
Yeah, of course. Expenses nature is P&L only, right? Expenses,
Okay.
revenues. They are under P&L items.
Okay.
Balance sheet is liabilities and assets.
Hmm.
Fine. Now we are moving little further. Oh, anyway, however, I will explain one more area here. Now we have one more unit called financial management area. Financial management area. You need to mute your mic, please, because I'm getting the echo. So here, financial management area, unlike similar like credit control area. Okay, credit control area. We are also having one financial management area. What is this financial management area dealing with? Financial management. Okay, finance department take care of inflows, outflows of funds. Okay, inflows and outflows of funds. So financial management area take care of funds flow management system. Okay, so this is a key area, and here we will be defining what is the currency, which it is maintaining, what is the sort of description which it has in the hierarchy. You will be maintaining these things here. Okay, inflows and outflows of funds. Okay, so we have one more area called segment, and now segment is a product. Now you see earlier the reporting system was based on the business area. Okay, of course most of the companies also depend today also in the business area. Apart from this, various combinations are there. Okay, various types of reporting systems are there, reporting areas are there. Now segment, it is a macro level term. Okay, what is a segment? For example, if the company has products, okay, like products A, B, C, D. Okay, these are the 4 different products. Company has business areas. Okay, business areas like business area B1, B2, B3, B4. Okay, let's say like business area. Uh, okay, it is a geographical base. For example, geographical base, and also it has customers. Okay, customers called groups. Okay, these are all groups, like say north zone customers, east zone, west zone, and south zone. For example, we are taking zonal wise. Okay, now we have one more area called services. Services like service 1, service 2. For example, we will go with like this, service 4. So we have different combinations here in the business. Okay, now segment. What is a segment? It is not a business area. It is not only one area. It can be a group of products. It can be segment, can be a group of product, group of business areas, group of customers, services, or combination of this. Sorry, or combination of this, like it can be one product, one business area, one customer zone, okay, or it can be an individual area, like west zone customer is a segment, south zone customer is a segment. So segmentation reporting is a product, is an important factor in the reporting system now. And because of this migration into IFRS definitely recommends the segmentation reporting. And the traditional method of business area reporting is now most of the companies that are adopting the segmentation reporting. Okay, so with the help of this segmentation reporting, if you are defining your segment on a proper scale, your reporting pattern and your reading of a report pattern will be more clear, and it encourages, when you have a reporting pattern clear, it encourages the foreign investors or the investors to invest the money into the organization. Whereas in other term, it can be having a resourceful funds for the existence of its business. Fine. So we're going to define the segments here. For example, one more area also we can say, like, there are upcoming projects, like say there are two constructions which are going on at the moment. So project 1 can be a segment, project 2 can be a segment. So likewise, there are combinations where we can, understand the segment. Now, we are not configuring, we as a consultants not configuring this on our assumption base. We are trying to read the ongoing non-SAP system of the client, understand whether what is the functionality which is given over there, and then you treat it as a segment based on the definitions which are recommended by SAP. Now what is this here? What is the purpose of a segment? Segment is used to have a profitability analysis, okay, or to capture the profits, or else it is used for profitability analysis part. Okay, so this is area in the configuration. After this, what we're going to do is we will be linking, okay, we'll be establishing the relationships. So far what we have did, we have defined company codes, credit control area, business area. Now we will be defining functional areas, financial management area, segments. Okay. Now system knows that there are some configurations created by the user. Okay. Now in our case it is FICO user 1. But it does not understand what is the relationship which the organizational units have. So what we're gonna do the assignment part. Okay, assignment of company to company code. Okay, this is one assignment. Again, company code to credit control area, a second assignment. Again, business area, no need of business area, but financial management area, you will be assigning it. Okay, like this, we will be doing the assignment part. Means we are establishing a relationship between the organization units, or in other sense, we are giving an instruction to the system to have to identify these relationships. Okay, that is the configuration. Fine, we're going to cover up these areas. Fine. I believe by this time these people have provided you the server access. If they haven't provided, or if you don't have a server access, just ask for them. Okay, they should provide you.
Yes, sure. Tomorrow I think they will provide me.
Okay. Now here we are jumping. We need to go into the IMG screen. IMG screen is SPRO.
Can you please enlarge your screen? It's very small.
I had shared complete my screen. Okay, so you have an option over there to double click on them to maximize your view on the GoToMeeting.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now it's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome. Okay, tell me one thing. Of course, it's not related to this particular course, but a small check. What is the regular transaction code you use? No, generally, which you remember?
Usually we use the SC80. SC37 or SC38.
Okay, SC37. Let's take SC37. So
Yes.
we need, generally if you are in other screen, apart from easy access, we need to give /n, right? Other than easy access screen, we need to give /n, right?
Yes, yes.
Uh, does it work if I give a space?
Yes, it works. We have already discussed it. This is a trick in fact, but in the SAP, I have searched the SAP guidelines. Over there, they have just given /n and the transaction code. But it is a trick which works.
Very good. You are the first person here who had answered me. I think we have discussed it earlier, right?
And we have discussed it earlier. Yes.
Yeah, good. No, I keep on, checking with the updates. Okay, if I'm saying this, some other person has experimented something else, they will try to reveal that, right?
Yes, yes, sure. That is the way we share the knowledge.
True. Fine. Here we are working with the enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting. Now we want to see this, transaction code side by side also. So I'm using this additional information option here. Fine. Define functional areas. Okay. Have you ever worked on the activity importance of the configuration? Have you ever checked with that? Activity.
Not really. I don't remember that, but maybe when we would work, maybe I recall that, but I don't
Okay.
remember actually.
Say for now example, I just want to say like whether the configuration which I'm doing here about the functional area, I need to know whether this is a required functional area. I mean, what is the level of configuration? What is the importance of this configuration? Or what is the activity importance? Okay. To
Yes,
know
you had actually given us the demo that there is a link
function.
where
Yeah.
it is mandatory or not.
Yeah, here additional information and then we have the activity importance. Okay. Now just trying to refresh, okay, the subject. Here you see this, these are all mandatory activities for the organization, for the configuration purpose. Okay. Here you see the company, it is non-required. You see segment, it is optional. The rest of things mandatory. So likewise, the whole idea is whenever we want to do or we want to learn something in SAP, these options, menu options will help us a lot if you know what is the purpose of these options here.
So when it is saying that the company definition of company is not mandatory,
Yeah,
so it means if we don't define the company, we can directly work with company codes.
exactly.
So it means those company codes will have a different legal entity.
No. See, try to understand a small logic.
Mhm.
Now, our client, in this case, okay, in this case, for example, our client is Grasim India Limited, right? GIL. And if GIL is an independent company, if it is not a part of any group, then also it can go for implementation, right? If it does not have a group company, then also it will can go for the implementation, right?
True.
So in that case, there is no need for company, right?
But in that case, we will define that unit as a company code, right?
Yeah, that will be straightly defined as a company code.
Okay, so there is no need to define as a
Yeah.
company, we will directly define as a company code.
Yeah.
And my next question is, that company code will become a legal entity?
That company code should be first a legal entity. Then only it can be a company code.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So, okay, since it is a discussion, I'll extend it a little more. We'll have some more, inputs on this part. Now, fine. Now we came to know that GIL, okay, it is having the administration office, so it is doing implementation. Okay, GIL is one company code. Also, we have learned the organizational, objects of the GIL, and we came to know that it has one sales organization, okay, one purchase organization, also one plant, also fine, one okay, let's say that this is two plants, one purchase organization, two sales organizations. Okay, now this is the one administration office. So this is the organization structure. So how many organizational units we have in count? Like 2, 4, 6. Okay, total 6 organizational units. Now, after studying, we came to know that GIL is submitting the balance sheets to shareholders. Okay, balance sheets to shareholders. Fine. It is having the set of accounts, complete set of accounts. Fine. Sales organization, it is having the set of accounts. Okay. And plant, it is also having set of accounts. Purchase organization, and plant out of it is also having a set of accounts. And out of these two plants, one plant is sharing the balance sheet to shareholders. Okay. This is with the study we came to know. Now, the interview point of view or the client interaction point of view, the question is, how many company codes will you suggest to your client now? This is a case scenario, and you are working with this enterprise structure. You had been asked to work on this, and now you have a data here. Now, as a consultant, how many company codes will you suggest to your client?
I will suggest one company code, that is GIL. No, I will suggest these 6 company codes because those company codes have separate set of accounts. And those set of accounts then consolidated to GIL, that is a company. I will define as a company, and these I will define as company codes, and the consolidation will happen at GIL level. Does it make sense?
No, you are just forgetting one point. Every organizational unit in the organization may have set of accounts. But the organizational unit which is having set of accounts and which is preparing balance sheet, financial statements, submitting the external for the purpose of external reporting is a company code. Every organizational unit have some accounts, right, inside, within them. Okay, they have set of accounts. They do their transactions. But whatever the organizational unit which is preparing for the purpose of external reporting, that is considered to be the company code, right?
Okay. So in this case, we will have 5 company codes.
Where?
So we have plant where we are not giving the balance sheet to the shareholder. There is only one plant which is giving balance sheet. So
okay.
we will have one company code for this. Then one purchase organization.
It is not submitting, no. Purchase organization is not submitting. It is just having a set of accounts.
Set of accounts. So then we have one plant and one admin GIL.
Yeah.
So 2 company codes.
Yeah, this is the consulting experience, okay? This is the answer you should give. After having a study of your organizational units, you need to remember all the time when you are proposing a company code, when you are proposing the company codes, you should understand the definition of the company code. The company code definition is the organizational unit will have complete set of accounts it prepares the balance sheets or financial statements for the purpose of external reporting. Okay. When it is satisfying this definition, you make it as an organizational company code. Okay. So the answer would be like in the interview, how many company codes have you proposed to your client? It indicates that in this case, it indicates that we have proposed 2 company codes. The reason is, see, the smallest organization of financial accounting for which complete self-contained set of accounts can be drawn up for the purpose of external reporting. So we have came to know that it is doing the external reporting. External reporting means submitting it to the auditors, submitting to the statutory boards and shareholders. When it is doing this, that unit is considered to be the company code.
Correct.
Okay, so
Understood.
this is the thing. Another thing, for example, there is an organization unit, it is also having self-contained accounts, but there are no recording of relevant transaction to that organization units, and there is not generating any supported documents for the financial statement. That is not considered as a company code. The company code also should have recording events of the business transactions and generating all supporting documents for the financial statements, means contribution of the business. Okay, so it indicates that there should be some productive activity working on in terms of services or in terms of production or in terms of any other activities. So it should be live. The unit should be live. It should be operating. Also, it should be supporting some data to the financial statements. Then that is considered to be the company code.
Over here, I have a question.
Yes.
When we say that the which are recording all the relevant transactions and generating the supporting document, but within the company, if we are not generating the financial statement for the external reporting, then also in that case we are recording the transactions and reporting documents. But maybe we are not producing it for the external reporting. This is for internal profit and loss accounts. So in that case, that will not be a company code, or how we will define that?
No. See, what is the first condition for the definition? What is the first definition? It indicates that it should have a complete self-contained set of accounts for the purpose of external reporting. So reporting is there. Reporting event is there. And the second statement says that it should be live. It should not be a dead organizational unit. It should be in production. In operation. Okay. It should be in operation. Then only that unit can be applicable. When it is not operational, there is no point of external reporting, right?
I understood that point. Yeah. But in our case, can you please go to the board where you were writing? So in that you have mentioned that there are two plants, but one plant we are not generating the external reporting. Yeah. So the other plant, but that other plant also is doing the transactions, is producing the supporting document. But it is not for the external purpose. It is for the internal, audit or internal transfer orders or for finances or transactions. But that is not we are producing to the external shareholders or external auditors. So in that case, that will not be a company code?
No, that will not be a company code.
Okay, my next question comes. If that will not be a company code, then at the time of balance sheet or at the time of we are producing the the debit and credit accounts and statements, in that case, those entries will come into picture because these are already stored in the system.
Yeah, it will be. You will be showing those statements, and statements gets reflected in the business balance sheet. But we are getting try to understand one point here. If it is having external reporting, it is having the entity of a company code. If it is not having the external reporting, it is a part of the balance sheet of the company code.
Okay.
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 Right.
Okay, got it. Means part of the balance sheet, that is like other parts, like other things we maintain comes into the balance sheet. Similarly, this will also come in the balance sheet.
Exactly.
Like HR, we pay the payrolls and all that stuff, and that is become a part of expenses. So that will become a balance sheet entry. Okay, that makes sense. But that will not come as a company code.
Yeah. Sorry. Now we are working with other functional areas. So functional area. Here the transaction code OKBD is the old transaction code. Okay, when you click on this, it recommends you to use a transaction code called fm underscore function. It throws error mentioning that this view is absolute, the transaction code fm function instead. Okay, so this is the transaction code fm underscore function for functional areas. fm underscore function. So here you will be defining the company's functional areas. Yet again, what is the functional area? See, typical examples of the functional areas are sales, production, marketing, administration, R&D. What is the purpose of this functional area? Organization unit and accounting that classifies the expenses of organization by functions such as, these are the functions. Okay. If you see the definition, it mentions organizational unit in accounting. It is not saying that it's financial accounting. It is saying accounting. Accounting means end user posting. Financial accounting, you can just for understanding sake, okay. Accounting means it is an end user area or easy access menu. In that you have the accounting area, and financial accounting means it is in the IMG screen, okay, configuration screen. Just for the understanding sake, I'm saying this. So here it definition says that.
Can I say like that? Sorry to interrupt you. Can I say like that when we say the organization unit in accounting, it means the accounting entries which are done non-functional accountings, like when we do the PGI, post goods issue, and at that time the price which is getting deducted, or the value of the stock which is getting deducted, or stock gets deduction, that is also a accounting entry, but that entry is coming from the ST or MM side, so that is called accounting. But there is a entry in the finance side, that is the expense or the payroll, or that is called the financial accounting entries. Can I say like that?
No. This is, the idea is different actually. What I mentioned is different. What you're saying is different. But anyway, what I'm saying here is organization unit and accounting part. Okay, accounting part, and okay, let me quickly open. See, this is accounting here. Where it is accounting? Here it is accounting, right? In easy access screen, here you see accounting, and here you see this is financial accounting. Okay. This is financial account. If you look at the definitions of, for example, business area, see what it says: organization in financial accounting. So to identify where is the financial accounting organization units are under IMG screen. To identify the accounting accounting units here in this easy access screen. That is the point which I was actually trying to say. Okay. Fine. Right, we'll move on. Okay, so here we have the functional area, and this functional area already there are so many functional areas which are created. Just have a look at these IDs, because you don't give the same IDs. Okay, so better you check what are the IDs are available here and check with your idea. So I'll take GIL and 01 for administration, 02 for sales, likewise. Okay, GIL underscore 01 and create. What is it? It means administration valid from, okay, you can have a functional area validity. Okay, if it is into services, if it is into R&D, okay, you can have a fixed time for that. Okay, and the authorization group who are authorized for this, these are all area. Now save it. I'll create one more. 2, create. This is sales function. Save it. 3, production function. Was quite common. Okay, so we need to take this. Okay, we'll take this as marketing function. I'll take one more for production. Later we can update, okay? Later I'll update all these things. Save. Now we have created the functional areas, FM underscore function. That's a transaction code. Now maintain financial management area. Okay, maintain financial management area. If you look at this, what is the financial management area? Okay, what's happened to this? So it is an organizational unit within accounting which structures the business organization from the perspective of cash budget management and funds management. So it is taking care of cash budget and funds management, both areas. Okay. So this is the area here. Now select new entries button. Give you a financial management area identification. I prefer to give the company code identification. Okay. And financial management area text here. The area of the financial management area currency. Oh, sorry, well, let's take this INR. Okay. And save it. Fine. Now we are here with the definition of a segment. What is a segment here? You know, as I told you, the segment is how the segment is derived is it has a calculation here. Okay, if you define the profit centers, you enter the associated segments in the master record of the profit center. The segment is then derived from assigned profit center during the posting. Okay, this is also purely for the reporting view. Fine. And to do this configuration, you need to get into the financial accounting view and then choose the defined segment. Okay, derived segment area. Cost of goods, COGS will be, here defined here. Okay, fine. Even you can define derived segment here, and when you are defining the segments, first you need to define here. Okay, define segments. Now click on this. So what we do is I'll create GIL and one. Okay, segment Gashim India Limited, right? So fabric. Okay, GIL2 customers. Okay, likewise GIL3 you can use project. Okay, something like this. This way we can work on this. Save it. Now what are we doing is we are assigning these areas to the in the assignment part. Okay, in the assignment part. Assignment, financial accounting, assign company code to company. Assign company code to company. Let's see this in activity importance here quickly. It is mandatory activity. Why it is here mandatory activity? If you have created a company, assigning is mandatory. Okay, so that is the point here. If you don't have a company, this step is not mandatory because there is no creation of company itself is non-required activity. Okay, so if you have created, then it is a mandatory activity. If you have not created, then it is not a mandatory activity. Okay. So here we have created, so we are assigning it. Position button, give you a company code, GIL. Okay, here what is this? Have you not created GIL?
We have created GIL, but we have, I think, have not created the company codes. We had created Grasim India Limited as a company only yesterday.
Okay, we are creating that company code. Okay, let me check whether I have created the this thing. Yeah, I think that step here. Check company code. Okay, so edit, copy, delete, check company code. And one more point, never in the conversation we will be saying that we have defined company code or we have created company code. That's not recommended actually. Here it is not a definition. Here either it's not a creation. It is maintaining of a company code. Okay, we are maintaining a company code. Fine. So in general sentence also, most of us we do the same, same mistake in the conversation. We say that we have created company codes or we have defined company codes. No, we don't define or we don't create. Why? Already there is a legality, or else the proper sentence would be already it is a legal entity which is already created before SAP itself, before implementing SAP. So we are not creating or we are not defining it as a company code. Instead, we are maintaining that information in the company code area. Okay, that's the reason we need to say that we have maintained the company codes. Okay, new entries, GIL. Already it is GIL itself is that. Fine. Okay. When you are filling up this information, this is a short information. It is not complete. So what SAP does is, when you are saving the data, it will ask you to complete the full information of that. So here, name, and we need to fill up all the necessary informations, and then city, country. Okay, and then we can also see a preview of the card. Okay, click on this preview. It gives you a preview information. If you fill up all this thing, you will have more business, a good business card here. Okay, it's for the preview part. And then here this is called as a more button. Okay, more field button. If you want to click, it will show you more options which are available. Okay, as per the requirement, you can expand all these fields, update them. This is close. This is expand. Okay, and hit enter. Now data is getting saved. Now we have the company code here. Now we will be assigning this. Okay, assign company code to company. Select position button, give your company code, enter. Now give your company. This is Aditya Birla Group. I think 01 I think we had given. No, correct. Fine. Save it. Okay. Fine. Now assign your company code to credit control area. Select position button, give your company code. Here you assign, you bring the credit control area. ID is also same. Save it. Okay. Now assign the business area to consolidation, not required. Assign company code to financial management area, it is required. So select position button, give your company code. financial area GIL, okay, and save it. These are all simple steps, okay. If you understand the concepts and definitions of the organization units, configuration part in this area is simpler, okay? It is simple actually.
Over here it is saying that assign business area to consolidation business area mandatory activity, but we are not defining it, so will it not affect?
No, it will not affect because we haven't created consolidation business area, right? See, mandatory activity is, it means that it is not a required activity, okay? It is mandatory. Required and mandatory are two different terms, right? Required means necessary. Mandatory is definitely it should be available, okay? But as per the configuration, when you're talking about the consolidation area, you know this tool, this three-dimensional product called BPC. Have you heard about that?
Business financial consolidation.
BFC, okay. But here this is BPC, business planning and consolidations.
There is one BFC also.
Yeah, that's what. BFC is also there. And here, actually, this is an extension for the FICO. What after FICO? What next? If that is the question, then BPC is next. Okay, I'm a BPC consultant also. I deal with the BPC application and complete implementations and support. So I know these areas: OLTP, OLAP, as well as the three-dimensional product called BPC. Now, consolidation is done in BPC area because it is more flexible and it is very light in the consolidation activities. It has so many features, okay. In consolidation we have consolidation monitor, control monitors and all other stuffs. Fine. Now coming to this point, now if your implementation has a scope of consolidation business areas and consolidation, then you will be configuring that. If you don't have that scope, then you will not configure that, okay. Without doing this consolidation activity, we can configure our complete configuration, so okay, we are not covering this consolidation. Fine. Okay, so that's the thing. So we have configured the enterprise structure with respect to the financial accounting, and we are ready to move further also. Actually, there are some other areas like logistics center, controlling area, sales and distribution, material management, logistics execution, plant maintenance. So these areas also required, but these are required when we are doing the integration, okay. So till that time we will not touch these areas, but however the material which I'm going to send you, it has all these configurations under the enterprise under the enterprise structure segmentation, okay, area, okay. So the material which I'm going to send you just has all this information. You just go through the necessary one, like whatever we have covered. It will be a supported document for your configuration, okay. I'll quickly show you how the material is. See here, see this is some definitions with respect to SAP help, okay. These are all with SAP help definitions, and this is the navigation path, and this is the transaction code, this is the database table, and then a model screenshot, and the fields which are required here, saving, okay, with the configuration. Like this, we have these steps, okay. Just go through this. I have complete enterprise structure for this. It will be a supported document for you, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So will it have more information apart from the SAP standard help?
Yeah, it is having. Just go through that. Okay, so theoretically I'll be sending you the materials for these sessions which we have covered up. But again, if I'm going in this page, I want you to also have the server access so that we can be on the same page.
Yes, I will read all this document, no problem. Only the question is like what our strategy. You suggest me if my statement doesn't make sense. What I suggest is first 15 minutes of every class you just ask the cross questions what we have done last time. So in that, if my answers doesn't correct, you please correct me that this is not like that, this is like that. And what my actually idea of studying is that configuration we can do anytime that, as you said, the configuration part is not critical or complex. My focus should be more on the concepts, that general concepts, that basic concept. If my basic concepts are clear, then I can do configuration at any time. So that direction, if we do more focus, then I think we will have a strong foundation and I can handle the projects independently.
Yeah, that is what. Now you see that your concepts are getting cleared, right? In the initial stage, what we have taken up, right?
We have taken up the concepts like, but the few things like, of course, I need to do some studies by myself. Then some questions will come after doing some studies. But now the question is like the linkage of the organization structure. Like first as you said, the company, what is a company, how we define the company, why we define the company, why we call it as a company. So these are the basic things which is not anywhere mentioned.
Yes.
This is the information and knowledge which you will give me.
Yes.
So otherwise the theoretical material is available anywhere, but these type of things are not available anywhere, and I am really looking into these type of information.
Yeah, we're going to cover it that way only, because that is my intention actually. If I want to train you properly, so I want to train it on the proper scale, not like a course content scale, but it should be on the knowledge transfer scale. These are the two different things, right? Completing the course content is one different aspect. Sharing the knowledge is the other different aspect.
So tomorrow what we will do, when you will send this document, I will go through all these documents.
Already
Tomorrow 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So 15 minutes we will have a cross questioning session. And then afterwards we will start the next topic.
See, one thing, when we are in the one-to-one model, this will work. First 15 minutes question answers will work. Definitely it will work. Okay, that is the actual model which even I implement. You can cross-check with the other students for whom we will be mixing up, okay, very soon. First 10 or 15 minutes, I'll be asking any questions. If they have any questions or unsolved issues, then we'll discuss on this part. Then we'll move into the configuration and we'll end up our session. That is a practical model. But at times what happens when you are in a group of 5 people, if each one has one question, how much time does it take? Definitely it takes 15 to 20 or 20 to 25 minutes, right? So in that case what happens is like the duration of my time, which actually is counted on my time, okay? When we are saying that we are taking up to 80 hours of session, 80 of the training program is my time, not our time. So when we are counting like this, my time will be reduced. But again, I need to clarify all the doubts. That is my responsibility. So depending on the topic, we'll switch over. Like say in the initial stage now, since we are one-to-one, and this is the initial foundation, I'm ready to share first 15 minutes the same model. I don't have a problem. Coming days, what happens is the topic length will be a little more. In that case, what we can do, first let us complete the topic, then we'll have a question answers.
No problem. I don't have any problem. That will also make sense. We have a topic and then we have a cross question at the last. So that if it is extended 5-10 minutes more also,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it's okay.
Because
At
what
least you
happens
have.
is I shouldn't feel hurry to complete these things. If I am initially giving this as the first question answers, I have seen that model also. What happens is I will be in a pressure to complete the course, which I don't want to. I want to first complete my input, then commit to the question answers, because these are all questions which is what to say, like I can say, like these are all questions where the understanding should be developed. That's all. It is nothing, R&D work to be done. So understanding development, if we give some time in the discussion, it will be easily done, right?
Correct.
So
Correct.
that way we'll definitely do. Even I'm more happy that you're asking so many questions. Okay, I like really people asking me questions, because that way we can share a lot of knowledge. What is the use of storing all the knowledge in the brain, right? Useless. If we share it,
Yeah.
we refresh it once again. I'm more happy to have you
Yes.
in the group. And the other person
Yeah.
is, one other person is there, Mr. Balasubramaniam. He's also chartered accountant. He's also asking some wonderful good questions, okay, in terms of functionality.
Okay.
And
Okay.
one more is there, like, he is a learner, like he has just had completed his master's, I believe. He's very good in the application. Okay. There are three more
Okay.
who are already SAP consultants who are working for Capgemini and TCS. Okay.
Okay.
Already they are in FI,
Okay.
they are FI certified, they are in the FI projects. But they want,
Then also.
yeah. Because I don't know whether you just check with your team. If anyone can show the question answers, how it has framed up for the project in the training,
Mm,
very less people will
mm,
take a step to do all these things, right? So
mm,
when I showed what is the knowledge I have, what I am working and how the training model is working on, they realize that they want to brush up their own skills.
yeah, yeah.
So in controlling also, I go very deep in configurations and all, product costing for parts. So they wanted to brush up all the skills and do the certification for the CO also. That's how the model is working.
Okay.
So I mean to
So
say, like,
that's fine. So
knowledge is there, so
at which
we can share it. There is
sorry.
nothing wrong in that. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. You're saying
So
something.
at which stage the other people are means.
If this is going like this, we may have next week, Thursday, we may mix up you both.
Okay.
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 See, and
So they
again,
are pushing ahead.
I want you to have a server access. If today you are having a server access, I would have completed a half an hour more.
No, server access means I have my company server access. I can do the configuration. I have a sandbox access. I can do the configuration over there. So that is not. I am doing side by side my stuff. These business areas, functional areas.
Okay,
I am
okay.
reading side by side
So,
and doing some configuration also and checking the configuration which is already done in production.
uh,
So
so we'll do one thing. Then, uh, hold on now. Okay, we'll do one thing. However, I stop the session, yeah. Tomorrow also you attend. Need some time for tomorrow and
mhm.
after tomorrow.
Sure, sure.
If that is the case, then by at least by Tuesday or maybe by Wednesday, we can mix up, on the same line.
Sure.
Mm,
Tomorrow and day after tomorrow I am free. If you want to take a longer session, I don't have a
yeah,
problem.
yeah. Already I have some sessions connected, weekend sessions. But anyway, I am interested to take, this particular updation for you. So we'll have this at same time. Okay, same time we'll have.
Okay, no problem. Tomorrow, see you at tomorrow 8 o'clock.
Sure, sure, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome. Yeah. You can see your recording saved in your documents folder.
I have clicked on say, the recording.
Mhm. You stop that.
Session is being recorded. I have stopped that.
Now you click on your documents folder.
Document.
My computers.
Yeah, just a minute. No, it has not come yet.
Okay, I'll navigate it. Okay, I'll make you presenter. Just give me no. You click on the message which you get now.
Okay. Show my screen. Have you made the presenter? Please close the confidential window. When ready, show my screen.
Yeah.
Okay.